What's up, guys? I'm Matt Reisinger.
And I'm Stephanie Dailey.
And the Build Show is on the road. We're at one of Stephanie's jobs in Salt Lake. We're going to be checking out this crazy foundation. We're going to see how they build foundations in Utah. Today's Build Show all about Stephanie and her cool foundations. Let's get going. Stephanie, giant foundation here. Is this typical for Utah?
It is, yeah, for most parts. We've got a few areas where we've got some high water tables, but most homes in Utah have basements.
Okay, so you guys are pretty cold here. You've got maybe 3 feet for a frost level, 4 feet?
Yeah, our frost depth is 30 inches here. So if you're gonna go down to an 8-foot basement, it doesn't make a lot of sense to only dig 3 when you can go down.
This doesn't feel like an 8-foot basement. We're a little taller here.
Yeah, this one is a little higher, but most of our basements here are 8 feet, and if you're gonna dig down 4 to put in footings and foundation walls for 3-foot frost, then
might as well have a nice deep foundation.
Might as well go.
Now I'm noticing, Stephanie, that you've got these lines in the foundation here that make me think that you've got some kind of special forms you used to pour this foundation. What am I seeing here?
Yeah, the foundation contractor has reusable forms. They actually spray them in form oil, is what they call it, and they stack them up. You can see the different lines to create different heights.
And these form ties are what actually held them in place, probably?
Exactly. And then they soak them down with the form oil, set them up to, depending on whatever your height is, pour them, and then they can just peel them right off after and reuse them for every job. So.
Gotcha. And then is this a footing that's interior to the building? What am I seeing here?
It is, yeah. This is an interior footing, so it'll have a structural wall above it.
And then I saw on your footing on the other side here, though, that you actually look like had some bolts in this footing. What was happening there?
Yeah, so when we have these really tall walls, that space that we were talking about over there is 13 feet. We do these tilt-up braces. So those are not structural footings over there. They poured them just so the guys could have a place to bolt the tilt-up braces to and hold these walls up nice and straight while we backfill.
So a 13-foot wall, if you drove a piece of equipment by that, you could easily crack that wall.
You could, and it's happened before, so that's why the tilt-up braces are now a standard practice for us. So.
That's really smart. And now you've got a perfectly plumb wall when you're done too, right?
Yep.
Now another thing I noticed, Stephanie, is you've got a couple areas of the gravel. Seems like it's purposely lower with some orange marking. What's happening here? What am I seeing?
You're standing in the mechanical room. So one of the things that we do on all of our houses is we actually depress the mechanical room floor 1.5 inches. So when we pour this slab, it'll be 1.5 inches lower than the rest of the basement. We've also got these drains in here too. So just in case something happens, if your AC breaks or your steam
condensate
humidifier,
line.
Yeah, exactly. The water's gonna go in here, but in order to protect the rest of the house from that water, we've depressed this 1.5 inches, and it's just another piece of...
Almost like a little mini shower drop, basically, right?
Yep.
That is really cheap insurance, because this doesn't cost much to do, does it?
It doesn't, no. There's no additional cost for us to do that, and it's the best thing you can do to protect the rest of the space.
That's really smart. Nice job by Stephanie Dailey Homes, impressive. Now, Stephanie, what are these giant sewer pipes doing? I mean, is this your soil stack, and you've got 12-inch sewers going on here?
That's a good thought. It's actually HVAC. So we've got underground ductwork that's running into the car garage over here.
Whoa,
and so this will have a
ductwork.
Downflow furnace and air conditioning unit on it.
Which is part of the mechanical room, I guess.
Exactly. So I think this room will end up housing somewhere between 2 and 3 units. We'll probably have 2 over here and another one over here for the house. But yeah, that one is specifically for the underground ductwork that goes over into the car garage, and it'll have a downflow furnace on it. Yeah.
That's really smart. So with this 1.5 inch depression here, I'm noticing you're putting some Stego, which is a vapor barrier down. Will you just run that into these depressions, and then you'll form later on top while they're actually pouring the slab?
Yep, exactly. So the guys are going to come, they're about to this section now, so they'll pull the Stego over, keep taping it, and then when they come tomorrow to form and pour the basement slab, they'll mark out this basement and get it in. So.
Golly, this is such a cool job. Everything is really crisp and really clean here. You guys do really nice work.
Thank you.
Impressive, Stephanie.
Thanks.
Thanks for giving this Texan a tour. You know, we are mostly slab on grade, so for me to get in a foundation, I get a little giddy. I gotta say, it's really fun to see.
It's fun, and you're always welcome on our job.
So check it out, guys. Stephanie Dailey, Stephanie Dailey Homes here in the Salt Lake area. She is brand new to Build Show Network. When we publish this video, you can go over and see her bio video and see her first couple videos on buildshownetwork.com. Huge privilege to have you building with us, Stephanie.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
And you can also follow her on Stephanie Builds It on Instagram. With that being said, Stephanie, you know how we end these videos, right?
Got it.
Follow us on TikTok or Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on the Build Show.